Welcome to Tiger Review Channel. Today we will delve into a challenging and exciting confrontation between two martial arts: Chinese Kung Fu, a symbol of tradition and martial spirit, and MMA, mixed martial arts, a symbol of modernity and practical strength. Through real-life matches and even stories in movies, we will find out whether tradition or modernity will prevail. Which martial art is stronger and better in practice? Before we start, please like and share, as well as subscribe to the channel to support us. Chinese Kung Fu, with over 4,000 years of history, is not only a martial art, but also an important part of Chinese culture and philosophy. From the sacred Shaolin temples to the back alleys of Hong Kong, Kung Fu has evolved over thousands of years, becoming a symbol of sophistication and grace. In cinema, Kung Fu has become legendary with films like Ip Man and Shaolin Temple. These films not only depict skillful fighting techniques, but also glorify martial arts spirit, patience, and loyalty. Famous example is Ip Man, a historical figure brought to life in the film of the same name. With his graceful yet powerful Wing Chun style, Ip Man defeated many opponents, demonstrating the essence of Kung Fu. But can these techniques stand up to the practicality and power of MMA? MMA, or mixed martial arts, is a modern mixed martial art born from the need to find the most comprehensive and effective martial art in real combat. MMA combines techniques from many different martial arts, such as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, and wrestling. Unlike Kung Fu, where grace and sophistication are emphasized, MMA focuses on practicality and the ability to apply it in any situation. MMA fighters must constantly train, not only in technique, but also in physical strength and fighting spirit. In famous MMA fights, we can clearly see the difference between theory and practice. For example, in the fight between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, tactical flexibility and endurance made the difference. But can MMA compete with the traditional techniques of Kung Fu? To compare Chinese martial arts and MMA, let's first start with the fighting techniques. Kung Fu emphasizes the subtlety of each movement, from the graceful punches of Wing Chun to the powerful kicks of Shaolin. These techniques are not only artistic, but also contain profound philosophy. MMA, on the other hand, focuses on practicality and application. MMA fighters need to master a wide range of techniques from punching, kicking, grappling, and locking. This makes them versatile and able to deal with different situations during a fight. MMA, on the other hand, focuses on practicality and application. MMA fighters need to master a wide range of techniques from punching, kicking, grappling, and locking. This makes them versatile and able to deal with different situations during a fight. It has been proven that there have been many times when MMA and Kung Fu have been fought. A famous example is the confrontation between MMA fighter Xu Showdown and traditional Kung Fu masters in China. Xu, an MMA fighter, defeated many Kung Fu masters in just a few minutes. This caused a lot of controversy, as many people believed that MMA is more practical than traditional Kung Fu techniques. However, this does not mean that Kung Fu is completely at a disadvantage. In movies like Ip Man, we see that traditional techniques and tactics can still bring victory if applied correctly. This shows that the confrontation between Kung Fu and MMA is not only about technique, but also about adaptation and fighting spirit. And for a more realistic and close comparison, check out Kung Fu versus MMA. Can a Kung Fu fighter compete with an MMA fighter in a real fight? The answer is not simple. While Kung Fu brings sophistication and high technique, MMA brings practicality and variety in techniques. Ultimately, the outcome of a confrontation depends on many factors, from individual skill to tactics and preparation. In the movie Ip Man fought with Mike Tyson. Both had moments of dominance. Ip Man had the agility and subtlety to dodge Mike Tyson's powerful punches. As for Mike Tyson, his movements were simple but practical. Not elaborate or beautiful, but extremely powerful and damaging. It can be seen that Ip Man used Nuthang Kwong to thoroughly apply the flexible movements of Wing Chun to counter the punches of this MMA fighter. Whether you love the grace of Kung Fu or the power of MMA, the most important thing is respect and martial arts spirit in every match. Ultimately, the question of which martial art is stronger, Kung Fu or MMA, may never have a single answer. Each martial art carries its own values, philosophies, and skills. Kung Fu, with its history of thousands of years, represents the combination of martial arts and spirit, balance, and harmony. Meanwhile, MMA represents the evolution and effectiveness in real combat, where techniques from many schools are combined to create a comprehensive and powerful system. However, true power does not come from technique or school alone, but from the dedication, constant practice, and will of the martial artist. No matter which path you choose, the most important thing is how you train, develop yourself, and respect the martial art you pursue. That journey is the greatest power.